So I had a topic that I wanted to talk about today. It's actually, it showed up for me like quite a bit in the past. And I was just talking about it with some other coaches, and it was interesting that someone else had brought it up in a mastermind that I'm in, and we were all like, oh my gosh, yeah, we so relate, like we've all experienced the same thing. And so I wanted to talk about it a little bit. It's actually about like this feeling of needing to be saved, and that a lot of times we will wait in our life and not move forward with things because we're waiting for something to magically change. We're waiting for someone to come and save us, or for something to like magically happen that's going to change the situation we're in. So a lot of times this happens like if we are unhappy with our job, or we're in a business and things aren't really working how we want them to work. A lot of times we can just kind of like sit there and wonder like why things aren't working, and sit there and spin our wheels, but not really take any action to make things different. And if there's any areas in your life where you have experienced that happening, let me know that you can relate to that. But the big thing about this is that it's really like we don't necessarily realize this is happening, but a lot of times like we're playing the victim here in our life, and we're forgetting that we have control over, or at least partial control over, what our circumstances are, and we have choices that we can make in our life about staying stuck where we are. So a lot of times when we feel stuck, we aren't seeing that we have options, but truly we're making the choice not to do anything. So we're making the choice to stay stuck. So it is a choice. It is an option. And we're not doing anything to change that. So I think it's helpful to even just see that, because a lot of us get stuck there in a lot of areas in our life, whether it has to do with your business or your health, or like the career you're in now. Like we sit there and we're like, I really wish this would change. I hate this. Like I hate being stuck in this. I hate not feeling good. I hate going to this job every day. I hate not having enough money. But we're not necessarily doing anything to change it. And we have this thought that like it's not okay with us, and that it's somehow going to magically change sometime. So if you can relate that, or if you're watching this and you want to pop in and say hello, I love to know who's watching. But what I really want to talk about is like how this can keep us really stuck in our business. Because either you're in a spot where you're not getting the results, or you're in a spot where you're not getting started, and really waiting for that to magically change. But you're the only one who can jump in and decide like, I'm going to start doing things differently so that I start seeing different results. And why this is so important is because for me and for my clients, for a lot of you guys that I speak with, like we're big dreamers. We have a big vision. And for a lot of us, we know that we're capable of so much. And that there's so much that we could be doing. But a lot of times we hold ourselves back, because a lot of times because perfection, like we think we're not good enough, we don't know enough, whatever those things are that really pop up for us, like, what if people don't get results, I am not worthy of charging the prices I want to charge, like whatever those things are, and we really end up holding ourselves back from moving forward with things. And this can keep us really stuck, and we end up experiencing like the same thing over and over and over again and doing nothing to change it. So why I think this is so important is because when we start to like step into who we really are, we realize that we do have a lot of power in our life, and in our business, and that we can create whatever it is that we want. it's kind of funny, like when I talk to people and I ask them, like, what's your vision for your business and how much money would you like to be making per month? And a lot of people don't know, or they don't necessarily give me an answer. They're kind of like, oh, I never thought about that. And this is one of the things that keeps people stuck as well, is like not even allowing yourself to dream big or have that vision, or really getting into the things that you want. And so this is really like what life is all about, and really what having our own business is all about, is allowing us to live the life that we want to make the impact that we want to make, to do purposeful work, to be able to have our business fit into our life and feel really good to us and be like an extension of us, as opposed to like a role that we go and we try to fit into, so that we can do things like working up here in the North Woods, where it's like super relaxing, and I can just take my business with me. And that's something like I had always dreamed of doing, and for a long time, instead of going that route, I was following a different path, the path that like I thought I should be following, and I would say I felt stuck on that, and I wasn't happy with it, and I was probably waiting for someone to come and like save me from that, and really like I didn't come to the realization about that until I would say like I kind of hit like that rock bottom of working a job that I literally hated. Like I like got panic attacks at the thought of going into it. It was like just so terrible for me to be working that job, that I was like, that's it, this is enough, like I can't even do it anymore. And so it took me to get to that point to step into the role of like saving myself, I would say. And so that for a lot of us, I think if we can recognize that like we do have that power at any time, and we don't have to hit like that rock bottom where things are absolutely like terrible and we're suffering and, we hate our life, that there's a lot that you can do before that. So let me know, like, have you been in that place anywhere in your life? Is there anywhere right now, like, where you feel like you're stuck, or that, like, you're kind of waiting for someone to save you? Hey, Sunny, glad you're here. Yeah, if you pop on, like, say hello, so that I can see who's watching. But that's the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about. And, really, like, I would say the drawback of doing this, or like waiting to be saved, is that we end up living a life that isn't really the life we want to be living, and probably being a person that isn't the person that we know that we can be. And so like it kind of breaks my heart to do this. And I was just talking to actually a potential client earlier, and she was talking about the fact that someone she had been working with went through and worked this job to retirement, with the hopes of being able to enjoy their life after retirement, right? Like a lot of people really hate their jobs, and they go and they do it, and they're like, well, I'll just stick with it, and then I can retire when I'm 65 or even older, and then I can enjoy my life. And this person died like a couple days after they retired, which you think about that, and it's like super sad to go through and live your life like waiting for something to happen. And instead of taking action now to create the life that you want to be living, to have the business you want to be, doing, to instead just be living your life waiting to live the life you really want, waiting to be the person you really want to be, to have the experiences you want, to do the traveling, whatever those things are that you're telling yourself that you need to wait to do. Hey, Donna. So really, like, what I want to do with this video is just, inspire you to look at if there's any areas of your life, especially with your business or even with your health or relationships, like, are there any areas in your life where you are waiting to be saved? You're waiting for things to magically change, and you're not taking action. Is there areas where you could start like stepping up and doing some things that will actually really change that situation for you? Because when we step into that role and we do realize like, I'm the creator of my life, like I can create anything I want, and I have the power to do that as long as I accept that role and accept that responsibility. Like, there's really so much you can do, and I'm seeing that now, and it's such a different place to be living your life than of like the spectator, like riding in the back seat of your life. Like you're the driver, and you get to decide where you want that car to go. So just a little reminder with that. And, when you do step into that role, like things really start to change. I've personally have gone from working a job or working jobs, like I've had many of them, where I'm sitting in an office, watching the hours tick by, being told what to do, working with people I didn't really like, to truly like setting my own schedule, working from anywhere, being able to travel, being able to move when I wanted to, working at the lake. Like it's pretty awesome, and doing work like I deeply, deeply love, helping people change their lives. I'm working with a number of clients right now that are quitting their corporate jobs and doing their coaching full time. Like, it's awesome. Like, I get so excited about it. It like makes me want to cry. And so like that's possible for all you guys too, like to make such a huge difference in your clients' lives, to truly like change their life. And if you change just one person's life, like that's huge. But if you think about changing like multiple people's lives, like it's just so exciting to do that and to actually get paid for doing that. So if there's anywhere that you're standing back and you're kind of like waiting there, like watching and like, oh, I wish I was doing this, but, and that's the big thing, but what? But I can't because of my kids. I can't because I don't have enough money. I can't because, I have to pay for my health insurance, or I have student loans, or, whatever those buts are. Those are the things that are really holding you back from, having the business you want, from living the life you want. So look at that. Like, that's probably like one of the most powerful things. Like, I want to, but like, look at what that but is, because that's going to look at what that but is. It's going to tell you so much, because those are the big things that are holding you back. It's the excuses, right? So we can live life according to our excuses and allow that to run our life, or we can live our life according to our vision. And I've been talking about this a lot lately, but it's been a big thing for me, just like really stepping into the vision piece, because it's so important, and the mindset piece, as far as really being able to have that business that we want and live life according to our terms. So this is a huge part of what I do and the work that I do with people, and really helping people get, clear on their vision, clear on who they need to be to step into that vision, right? Like, so, if we want to be living a different life and we want it to look different, we have to step into being the person who's doing that. So really helping you do that, so you can start seeing like those really awesome results in your business, that then goes on and allows you to be living that life you want to be living as well. So it's all really connected, and it's part mindset, part like knowing what steps to take and having the structures, and really like that plan in place as well. So if that's something that you're needing support with, and you want to know, like, how do I take this vision? Like, how do I make all this stuff happen? Like, I know what I want, and I'm ready to make it happen, but I don't really know how to do it. That's where I really help people. So if that's something that you want support with, send me a message, and I'd be more than happy to hop on a call with you and help you figure that out. Because that's what I really like to do, is help you figure out, like, how do I make this stuff happen? So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you catch the replay and you have any questions, let me know as well, because I would be happy to answer them. And what I'm going to do is flip you around here now that I figured out how to do it, so that you can see my view. So the lake, this is my view right now. Our boat, and it was actually really windy today, and it's calming down, so I'm about to take the paddleboard out and I'm gonna go paddleboarding now that it's not so windy and I won't get blown away. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. And the cottage behind us, we have lots of windows, so I get to sit there and look out at the lake while I've been working, or I'm sitting over on the deck over there and working too, both of which are really nice. So that's what I want to share with you. And like I said, like my first video I ever did was up here, so it's kind of funny. I saw it pop up on my YouTube and I was like, oh my gosh, like I've come a long ways since then, and it really hasn't been that long. Like that video was probably like a year and a half ago, and a lot of stuff has changed since then, and it's really just been a matter of me stepping up and being like, there's all this stuff I want to do, and I'm going to make it happen. So really going from that passive role of waiting to be saved or waiting for things to magically change to being like, I'm going to make it happen. And when you decide to do that, like, anything's possible. So it's really pretty cool. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Like I said, I'm going to go and go for a paddleboard ride right now, so I'm pretty excited. But if you have any questions at all, let me know. And if you want to chat, send me a PM, send me a message, and we will connect. So I will talk to all you guys soon.